Opioid deaths rise when auto plants close, study shows. The last 2 decades have brought both a sharp decline in automaking jobs in the United States and the rise of a deadly epidemic of opioid abuse. According to a new study, the two trends may well be related. The study, published Monday in JAMA Internal Medicine, found that opioid deaths were about 85% higher among people of prime working age in counties where automotive assembly plants had closed 5 years earlier, compared with counties where such factories remained open. That finding underscores the role that economic despair may play in eroding public health. For a long time, we've been interested in the link between the American dream and America's health, namely that the fading American dream actually has population health consequences, said Dr. Atheendar Venkataramani, the lead author of the paper and a professor of medicine at the University of Pennsylvania. It's an unfortunate natural experiment when you have a disintegration of an industry like this through plant closures, in that it allows us to understand what the consequences of those negative events are. While the findings are in line with previous research that has linked job displacement to higher death rates, attempts to tie economic conditions specifically to opioid overdoses and deaths have yielded mixed results. That previous research, which sometimes focused on broad economic indicators like unemployment or income, may have failed to measure the lingering social and cultural effects of economic decline, the authors of the JAMA Internal Medicine study argued. That's why they chose to focus on the closing of car plants, which are often the economic mainstay of a community. The struggles of the auto industry have long been viewed as symbolic of a broader manufacturing decline, which has been felt keenly in parts of the country hit hardest by the opioid crisis. To better isolate the effects of car plant closings, the researchers limited their analysis to the 1/5 of American counties where manufacturing accounted for the largest share of local employment. Using federal death data, they then measured the effects of the plant closings along commuting zones, counties that make up local labor markets. In all, the researchers studied 112 counties near car plants from 1999 to 2016. Of those, about 1/4 were near a plant that had closed. The counties studied were predominantly in the industrial Midwest, particularly Michigan and Ohio, and the South. In the first decade of the period examined, nationwide employment in the auto and auto parts industry was slashed by roughly half, to 650,000 from 1.3 million, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, though it has climbed back to about 1 million. Some of the auto plant closings in those years came in places closely associated with the industry, like Pontiac. For more on this story, visit the news article link.